Alright, so we are making some vlogs and I'm at Fujairah and I'm having a very beautiful morning, a very beautiful sunrise, and here I am. Yep, that's Alakka, Fujairah, and as you can see here, that's the famous beach. And I'm just here for recording and testing how it goes, this camera in daily life. I am hand holding, of course I connected the mic so you can hear me out, but oh man, the beach is beautiful. There is a little high tide, let me show you. You see? You see this? It's beautiful. I'm using the kit lens 16 to 50 and I'm at 50 mm right now. So as you can see, the ambience is beautiful. The clouds, you see the gap at the horizon? Yep, sunrise. I think sun is already up. The pebbles, the rocks, you can do a lot of stuff. Lots of model shoots and long exposures. Once the water over here it's settled, so you can do some really good long exposure because you can walk all the way up to there. You can walk all the way up to there. All right. Okay. You know what? While I was recording, vlogging, I noticed that over there, the sun was rising, like literally. So I had to immediately stop the vlogging and I went into my car, took out my 200 to 500, put on D3S and I would start shooting images because every second you delay while the sun or the moon at the horizon. Each second matters. Each and every second matters. So, oh man, it's too much humidity. This is good. What else we have? Man, the pebbles, the big pebbles, it's really good. All these stones, really good. You can do a lot of good shoots, long exposures for the seaside. You can do a whole lot. And people are seeing me walking by at the seaside. They're seeing one guy alone at the beach holding a camera talking to himself. They don't know that I am doing the testing of Z30, which Nikon Middle East gave to me, so I can do a field test that how it works. And so far, it's working fine. I mean, really, it's working fine. I hope you can hear me, right? See. Yep. The sea. Well, anybody, and I mean anybody, who wants to get into the vlog business and who don't own this any type of vlogging camera, this can be and who's not technical enough, like no technical knowledge, just want to get into the social media vlogging business, you can go for this camera Z30, and I was about to say Z80. Maybe in future you will find something Z70 which is equivalent to Z7200, something like that. Hey Nikon, yeah, that's a good thing. Launch the Z70 equivalent to D7200. Yep, launch that type of camera. Oh man, it will be with high megapixel, like 30 plus. Oh, it will look so cool. Because for the vlog we have Z30, Z50, ZFC, and for more kind of a serious amateurs who need resolution, more resolution per square millimeter of the sensor, they should go for Z70 or Z80. Yeah, that's my suggestion. Rest is up to you. So anybody who wants to get into this vlog business, this Z30 is a very nice camera. You can go shoot, switch to the automatic dial, and put even the built-in mic. It's good enough to birds, beautiful. So even the built-in mic are good enough to record any type of audio. Unlike mine, I have voice issue. When the Z30 was announced, I was like, really, I like this camera. And it's very good. It's still tracking my eye, even though my hands are wobbling. Yep, my hands are wobbling, and that's jerking the whole scene. But it's still tracking my face and eye spot on. Like, it's the priority of this camera is just vlogging. Although I was pushing this camera more on photos because I'm not a videographer, I'm a photographer. Actually, I'm not a photographer, I'm just a clicker. So I found this camera give me so much latitude and post-processing that I was surprised. And I was really surprised that how come this camera is so damn good in making video. I mean, give me so much latitude in post-processing. And especially its SNR firmware. That was really good. So yeah, beautiful. You see those clouds on the mountain? Beautiful. And of course, the beach, the pebbles, the sunrise. So this is kind of a field test, not something so much. All right, let's let's sit on here. Let's going to talk about the Z30. Okay, I have to turn on the AC because it's too much hot. Alright, okay, let me put the camera over here so you can see me. Oh, that's good. The moment I'm increasing, I just closing the window, the ISO is increased. That's funny. Anyways, so far my hands-on review. First of all, thanks to Nikon Middle East for giving me this camera for testing, and I'm using this in a real-life scenario as much as I can. No doubt, the whole design of this camera is meant for the beginners, the very beginners. Let me be very clear. If you already own the Nikon cameras or already own the Nikon previously released Z cameras, this this camera may be not meant for you. Maybe, most probably, because again it's subjective. It's designed purely for content creators for Instagram, social media, Facebook, Twitter, whatever. So the whole body layout, the button design layout are like that. Most people are not going to happy with the absence of the viewfinder, the placement of the record button, or the battery life. But that's not the thing. Again, this machine was designed for considering the people who are going to use for the first time or who wants to jump into the social media, vlogging stuff, especially for Instagram reels or Facebook reels, stuff like that. So yeah, I found this camera more practical only if you are shooting video. From stills, let's talk about the video first. If you are shooting outdoor, then under the hot environment, which in the Middle East is too much lately, we are hitting 45-degree daily. You cannot make more than 20 minutes. You cannot record more than 20 minutes 4K 30p. After that, the camera starts getting hot. So that's average 20 minutes. But in the indoor environment, you have studio lights and everything. You can run easily more than half an hour, 40 minutes. Again, depending on the capacity of your memory card, how much you can record in your memory card. But if you are recording full HD, then it's totally fine. You can go as long as you can, as long as your memory card goes. 4K, yeah, 20p, there is a little bit of it because I encountered once. My camera stopped recording after 20 minutes. I was keep recording, and I was in the mountain, and it was very much heat. Temperature was high, above 40 degrees Celsius, and I was wandering and driving in between the mountains. And after half an hour, within half an hour, the camera stopped recording. So I had to cool down using the car air conditioner. After that, after 5 minutes or 2-3 minutes of cooling in front of the car air conditioner, it was working fine. Camera again starts working fine. But only once I encountered this heating issue. Besides, there is no. I'm still recording even right now. The temperature is around 35 degree and it's working fine in 4K. Not in 4K, right now I'm in full HD. So just from the video's perspective, and by the way, I'm using external mic. The external mic jack, 3.5 millimeter, is there, and I'm using external mic, as you can see. The collar mic works fine. The built-in internal mic are there. They're also working perfectly fine. You will find a small video clip about it in the video when I'm going to compile it. I use the internal mic and it works, especially with my half lost voice. I still able to record my audio using the built-in mic. So built-in mic is also very good. The color white balance perfectly fine, no complaint. High ISO handling very good. That leads to my point that the built-in SNR firmware of Z30 spot on, very nice, love it. love it. I was able to extract so much details. I was able to compress noise so much in stills. Now we're going to talk about stills. Like I was really surprised. I was not expecting that APS-C camera because it has the same 20.9 megapixel, just like D500, just like D70 7500, just like ZFC, just like Z50. And this is the fifth camera, Z30. So I used all except D7500. I didn't use. Yeah, I did use D7500. Yeah, I did. Couple of times, yeah. But extensively, I used D500, ZFC, and Z50. I used these three cameras, and I must say that I was not expecting that Z30 going to provide me so much cleaner files, so much better files, raw files I'm talking about, that I can compress I can get so much latitude in editing. I can compress the noise, I can extract the highlights and also the shadows, and still the image is going to be fine, like really fine. I was afraid of shooting D500 above 3200 ISO. In this Z30, I can easily shoot 6400 ISO, and I can easily shoot up to 12,800 ISO easily. 10,000 ISO, no problem. You can use it. For video, surprisingly, the noise reduction is better than the stills. So if you are shooting at 10,000 ISO, you are recording video, the noise in the video is less. But if you are shooting photo at 10,000 ISO, you will see some visible noise. And video is not. So that tells me that this is purely video-centric camera. So yeah, I'm just, see, I'm recording this thing. I just put the camera on this training, so you can see me, what I'm talking about. But yeah, it looks good, really good. See? It's hard for me to access the flame. So yes, the camera eye autofocus system. Yeah, let's talk about the eye autofocus. I haven't. There is only once I find the camera was struggle. It did the focus hunting, but totally in the dark environment where I was sitting in the car. So it was focusing between that part and my eye. So that you see this background. So it was hunting my eye and this, but it only happened once, and after that I don't see any focus hunting. And it every time I recorded a couple of my YouTube videos on Z30. Previously I was recording on Z5, and Z5 is awesome camera, awesome. So I was using the Z30 for video recording, perfectly fine. Like I said, for video, this camera is built for video. The output, the SNR, the autofocus, which is provided in this cheap package, like it's just literally very cheap camera. Wait. So I found that this camera at this price point, which is around nearly like $750 $800, $799, yeah, it's very cheap. And at this price point, it is giving you more, like more features, more stuff, more quality, better autofocus, and in a very good low light situation, the better autofocus. I'm not talking about the low light autofocus, the better autofocus, and the latitude for post processing at such a low price point is really amazing. So if you see anything lacking in this camera, especially when it comes to low light autofocus point, so think from this perspective that It doesn't contain the XP7 processor like Z9. It doesn't have that features like high-end camera gives you, because those camera comes with higher price point, up to $3,000. This thing is around $799. So technology comes with price, and people who doesn't want to spend much and still want to make a decent, excellent quality video under the budget, this camera is for you. Yep, this camera is for you then. I highly recommend this camera. See, I use Z50, but you haven't seen me praising the Z50. No. For me, it was kind of expensive. Z50 was expensive. And I was thinking it should be around $800, $700. Then I would think about going it. And fortunately, Nikon released the more slim version of Z50 in some better way, actually with some better ways, especially when it comes to SNR firmware, especially when it comes to raw file output, especially when it comes to video quality and high ISO. So I'm happy to recommend and probably go for this camera. And trust me, it's really awesome. Like, really awesome. I hope you like this video, and I'll catch you guys in more content created by Z50.